Ladies and gentlemen, I want to give you a nightmare scenario. It's not going to happen, but there is a 1 or 2% chance of it taking place. You don't want a 1 or 2% chance of anything like this taking place. Ultimately, after the first and second round tallies today, when the 118th Congress, a Trump Republican Congress, takes hold of the House of Representatives, you will get either a Kevin McCarthy that must play ball with Matt Gaetz and Andy Biggs and Steve Scalise and Chip Roy and every Trump Republican before doing anything. So there has to be a consensus among Trump Republicans before McCarthy does anything. Essentially, Matt Gaetz will be a de facto Speaker of the House, according to Newsweek. But even if McCarthy takes it today, it's not a bad thing, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to tell you, it's not a bad thing, and it's infinitely better than. It won't be a bad thing because you will have Matt Gaetz and every other Trump Republican that can depose, that could replace or overtake McCarthy if they don't like what they see. Immediately, impeachment proceedings will start. I wouldn't doubt if they started in January or February. But Pelosi could keep and could be the Speaker of the House in a Republican Congress. If you think that's nuts, this is a Hill article. Donald Trump, former President Donald Trump, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Jim Jordan, Newt Gingrich, and an article in the Hill and other articles have talked about that. It is possible. You need 218. It's 222 Republican to 212 Democrat. I'm not sure if a Democrat gets 219. No, I mean that's impossible. You would need 8 to 10 turncoats. Well, see, that's the thing. The math is simple math, it's basic math, but if you have 10 to 15 or 20 Republicans that will not vote for McCarthy, and you have about 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 blue state Republicans, if they vote no, the threshold goes below 218. It's all convoluted, but there is a possibility that Pelosi maintains Speaker of the House or a Democrat. So there's a possibility that a Democrat maintains Speaker of the House. Hit subscribe to this channel 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. every single day. I am honored to share the morning drive to work, breakfast. Have a blessed and beautiful day. God bless you. Whether you're a Democrat, Republican, doesn't matter. If you're watching this channel, have a beautiful, blessed, and wonderful day. I also have H.A. Goodman's other channel, and that's 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. I'll have videos there as well. It is also before I get to it, Democrats possibly becoming Speaker of the House today, which is possible, okay, but not likely. Obviously, not likely. That's not going to happen, but it could. But it's not going to happen. Don't worry about that. But it could. But it's not going to happen. But it could. Anyway, become a member of this channel. To my new Patreons, thank you. I cannot thank you enough, people. To my new Patreons, thank you so very much. You know, you really help the channel, you support the channel, and I don't have $20 million in venture capital funding like some people who claim to be socialists. We have the wealthiest communists and socialists who've ever lived. Well, actually, yeah, on par with the actual people within that political system, the top. But anyway, in the United States of America. But anyway, hit subscribe to my new viewers and subscribers. Thank you so very, very much. And if you want to become part of a newsletter, go to hagoodman.com to read my writing in The Hill, the Huffington Post, Salon, the Jerusalem Post, the Federalist, and other publications. And like I said, become a member of this channel. It is possible. I mean, even the numbers and the protocol in Congress, I can't tell you I know exactly how it works. There's 2 rounds or 3 rounds or 9 rounds. They could go, this article talks about in 1923, or no, there's another article, they went 9 different votes. So there's 10 you have a lead of what? 10 between is 222 to 212. Okay? And so so if you have 15, see that's not good right there. If you have 15 that you have 15 Trump Republicans that are not going to vote for McCarthy, then it gets dicey. So I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work. Because you don't want in the first round Democrats to get the majority. So I don't think that's possible, but I mean, it is possible. I don't think it's likely to happen. But in the first or second round, if you have Republicans by the second or third or fourth round, if McCarthy doesn't take it with all his concessions, because he's given a bunch of concessions, he could be overtaken with just 5 no confidence votes. So Matt Gaetz will eventually be a de facto speaker, and you'll have, Bob Good, Chip Roy, Steve Scalise, Andy Biggs. You'll have all of these people within the ear of Kevin McCarthy at all times. But most importantly, also, you'll have Trump. You'll have Marjorie Taylor Greene, but you'll have James Comer of the House Oversight and Jim Jordan of the Judiciary Committee. Don't think, ladies and gentlemen, that McCarthy will be like McConnell. McConnell doesn't have to listen to Trump. McCarthy does. Trump backed McCarthy. Trump can't stand McConnell. So it's a different ballgame. And I mean, I want the viewers in this channel, especially new viewers, old viewers, I want you to, look at McCarthy in a very different light when he becomes, or if and when he becomes Speaker of the House, because he will not be the establishment political creature he was. He's a political animal, like Bernie Sanders, like Biden. Trump is not a political animal, but a political entity gravitates towards power and influence and gravitates towards momentum, political momentum. He knows very well, McCarthy, that he is not the House version of McConnell. McConnell is a relic and a dinosaur that has the Senate Leadership Fund campaign money. He was able to fund Senate campaigns. So he tanked the Senate by funding Lisa Murkowski. He could have just let the Republican. She was running against a Republican, but he wanted the Trump Republican to lose. McCarthy isn't in that position, nor does he have the motivation or incentive to act that way. So, whereas McConnell could have given millions to Adam Laxalt or Don Bolduc in New Hampshire, or Adam Laxalt in Nevada, or Blake Masters could have helped out, okay, or Herschel Walker. I mean, the second you have Trump Republicans winning a primary, McConnell should have backed that Republican. That's why I don't understand the National Review when they say, well, it's candidate quality. Well, there are no never Bidens. Where are the never Bidens? Where are the examples of Liz Cheney and Kinzinger in the Democratic Party? There are no examples. There are no examples. Cheney and Kinzinger voted over 90% of the time, according to 538, with Donald Trump. President Trump and Kinzinger and Cheney were just fine in terms of policies. Kinzinger and Cheney focused on one day and ignored an entire summer of $1 to $2 billion in property damage. And I agree with why, and I support why people demonstrated. But 14,000 arrests, according to Wikipedia, $1 to $2 billion in property damage, they say nothing. No cause is worth that. Nothing is worth 19 lives lost, according to Wikipedia. And then you have the issue of, after the Dobbs decision, all the churches that were vandalized and torched, and the religious centers. Not a word from Democrats or Kinzinger or Cheney. Gee, I wonder why. It's almost as if they pick and choose the chaos and mayhem that benefits them and the chaos and mayhem that they can utilize against Trump. So when these people, look, Kinzinger, Cheney, Pelosi, Biden, these are the modern day, the average Democrat on Twitter, these are the modern day televangelists. They preach and then eventually they'll say, I've sinned. So it is possible, ladies and gentlemen, that Pelosi could keep the speakership, and that is possible. It ain't going to happen. There's a 1 or 2% chance. Just want to let everybody know, okay, that that's what could happen. It's like a nightmare. Actually, it's like a Twilight Zone and Nightmare on Elm Street. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now. Be here today at 11 a.m. and 9 and 12 on H.A. Goodman's other channel. We're going to talk about a historic day. Again, McCarthy, if McCarthy wins it outright, or the second or third or fourth or even the first round, it's not a bad thing. I'm telling you. It's going to be very different dynamics than the prior years because the political landscape is different. Give me your thoughts below. Share this everywhere. Thank you.